Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 1, Episode 18, Delicious in Dungeon. Last we got Harpy / Chimera, and we had the Harpies in the beginning. They were flying around, we were murdering all of them, and then all of a sudden, one of our people's bodies dropped to the ground. I can't remember who it was first, but it was definitely one of Shuro's people. And then on the rooftops, we see the Chimera that is Fallon. Fallon is this gigantic beast called a Chimera. I forget if there was a specific type she was, but she murdered, I think it was like 7 or 8 of us in one attack. It lasted maybe half the episode, not even that. It was probably like 5 minutes, maybe 10 at most. She killed all of our people, hurt and injured most of the others. I think all that was left was a handful of us. There was like 3 or 4 of us left, maybe 5. Holm, I remember, was in a dome. Laios was still alive. Chilchuk was still alive. Senshi. Basically, all of our main group were still alive for the most part. Marcel was still alive, I'm pretty sure. I think it was all of our main group. Shuro was still up and running. We had Kabru go on the back of her, and he was like, liver, lungs, heart. And he stabbed her 3 times, didn't take her down, but she looked like she was not very happy about it. That is when we learn that there is either multiple organs in this thing, or the organs aren't where they normally would be because of the fact that she's this gigantic beast woman now. She fled, she went up the wall, she climbed, and then we all had a talk. And Shuru freaked out, he uppercutted Laios. Asabi, but the E is almost kind of like silent. She disappeared. We didn't find her. And Shuro and all his people were like, don't worry, she'll be fine. She'll find her way back. And we're all going to get out of here and regroup. They went through the little window that was created, including Kabru and his whole team. And we forged on. Laios, Chilchuk, Marcel, and Senshi. The 4 of us forged on to go figure this out. Shuro gave us a little bell and said, ring this bell. Ring my bell, and I will send somebody to take you to the east. That's nice of him, I guess, after beating the shit out of us. But Asabi is still in this dungeon somewhere. I feel like she is intentionally in there. I don't think she got taken or anything. I feel like she is investigating because she is this super stealthy ninja person. But either way, let's just jump in. We'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full. We are finishing X-Men 97, I believe, in 2 weeks. Chucky Season 3 just ended last night. Shogun ended the week before. And this is going on God knows how much longer. But if you want your own reaction of a show or movie, there is a tier level in Patreon. You're allowed to do so. That's how we get things like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. We're doing Jackie Chan movies every month. The Shield, Winona Earp is starting. Thousands of movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. The link is in the description. Full unedited everything. If not, Season 1, Episode 18. Delicious in Dungeon.
We run into something like this.
A trail of blood.
I don't like it at all.
I bet you it's a trail from Asabi.
Dried yet.
Or it's Fallon.
I bet she was cramped in here.
I was gonna say, I don't think she'd
The
fit.
6th floor, many things likely flowed through here. Humans and animals. Money and blood.
What a way to describe
so
it.
cool.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
weird.
Yeah, this is definitely the floor where the Red Dragon attacked us.
Oh, shit.
And almost wiped out our party. Since we're here, do we want to head back to the place where we almost got wiped?
I'd imagine this cold is pretty tough on red dragons. Wait, is that why she had feathers? That's also the reason the red dragon came up to a different floor and wandered around without resting.
Who's Delgo?
The name sounds familiar.
When the Golden Country fell 1,000 years ago, he was their last ruler.
Oh, that's right. His name is on artifacts that have been dug up.
When this dungeon was initially discovered, he briefly appeared on the surface, became dust, and vanished. That's why he must have assumed we were assassins.
I feel like we
and
should be
started attacking
covering our
us.
tracks.
I first met the Mad Mage inside of the living paintings, and that's where I learned about it.
Why didn't you mention that sooner?
I only put the pieces together just now!
Do elves really live up to 1,000 years?
There were records of it a long time ago.
If he attacked us because he thought that we were enemies of the king, maybe we can clear things up with him.
All right.
The wind's gotten way stronger!
Oh shit, we're
It'd be bad
losing
if we
each
got
other.
separated.
Yeah, tie each other
Grab
together
onto
or
someone's
something.
hand.
Oh my god, is someone else gonna grab us? I feel like another hand's gonna... Marcel, are you grabbing to a person we don't have on our team? Oh, who is that?
A tunnel! Let's take shelter!
Some person just... Like, we're only 4 in a
guys
team.
okay?
Why was Marcel even grabbing
issues.
somebody?
Marcel?
Present. I'm over here.
Oh, great. Marcel said twice. What the frig is this?
No way!
Like, one of the Lyoses is a giant, and one of the Marcels looked like an evil witch.
It's the work of a shapeshifter.
We're having a
On
talk?
days when the fog is thick or there's a heavy snowstorm, that's when the shapeshifter copies your
Like, look,
appearance
that
and blends
Lyos has
themselves into the rest of your
eyes
group.
going different ways.
We have to hurry and find the fake one!
I must eat.
Yeah,
Well,
clearly
this is
those two
good.
are not real.
Hey,
Shapeshifters will read the minds of living creatures, mimicking the appearance of those around them. So the three other me's over there reflect how the real Senshi, Marcel, and Chilchuk remember me.
If you look closely, you can see each version looks somewhat different than the
Yeah.
rest. How dare you gaze upon my visage and see that I am the genuine
We just
So
walked them
annoying.
off?
My neck wrap isn't a scarf, but his is. And Senshi's helmet's missing holes.
Oh, we're just gonna throw them all in
Is it fine
prison?
to leave
And they
them
just
like that?
willingly go?
They don't really have the same intelligence.
All right, those are
His
very similar.
enthusiasm's great, but
Will he really be able to tell the difference between the real one and the fakes?
When they're side by side, you can see lots of differences.
Yeah, the one on the right
While
is
we're figuring
too...
this out,
this hairstyle's unique, so you remember it, don't you?
She
Just
looks
look at
like the
it.
real one.
blizzard made me cold, so I took my hair down.
I think it's the
Also
first one.
things the real
Because
one
she's
would
always
say.
hyper and
Well, they are
very
acting
vocal.
the way we see Marcel in our heads.
Black magic.
Yeah, one of those books is obviously fake.
Oh,
Lock him up with the others.
lock them up. So, I mean, do we got it right? Oh, God, the one on the left, the other, the Senshi on the left is definitely not
let's
the
make
right
food.
one.
I'll have all of you cook and observe how you do things.
He didn't know he encountered the Mad Mage.
Look at his face.
We have to do something about this ourselves.
That Marcel over there
I'll be
is
watching
definitely,
from here.
she's too...
So do your best, everyone. Senshi can teach you the recipe.
See, it's the one, I think
Now
it's the
that's
Chilchuk
settled.
on the left. Yeah, see, the guy on the
Chilchuk
right
A
looks
sat in the
clueless.
hallway. Chilchuk B sat on top of a wooden box and started prepping.
Can you get it, Lyos? Huh?
Yeah,
Hey,
see?
you see that? Oh, come on.
I
You
would
guys
never
know
ask for
me.
help.
I've got lots of conviction and pride and all
Never
that.
ask for
It's
help.
important that people help each other.
The other Chilchuk would never
Dumbass.
ask. Yeah, dumbass.
Insulted me in the common language.
I've already eaten fishmen, eggs, and dryads, so why bother complaining
She's
now?
acting too dry.
I would also do anything to save Fallon, you know?
Look, that is definitely not our Senshi.
Fry
Look
with
at his
rice on low
face.
heat.
But doesn't Senshi B look a little more attractive than he should?
He looks way weirder than he's ever looked.
I have no idea. They
Great.
all look like they could be real. It would have been fun to look for a monster disguised as a human. Look for a monster.
I was gonna say, can't we do something like they do in The Thing?
Chilchuk A.
Correct.
Marcel B. The one who won't eat harpy eggs even if it's for Fallon. Senshi A. The
I agree
dopey
with all
one.
three.
We're just gonna have to protect ourselves.
This was inevitable, no matter who I picked. It's too much of a coward and lacks the strength to attack directly. The enemy's waiting for us to wear ourselves out. Time to turn the tables and make the hunter feel like the hunted.
I feel like the warriors that we are, we would easily be able to take down the fakes. Lyos is acting like a dog.
For as long as I can remember, dogs have always been by my side. Let me teach you!
He's good!
Lyos really is.
A dog!
Up.
Everyone! Look! The illusions!
In this fight,
Oh my
the one who
god.
flinches first is the one who loses!
I don't know if Lyos would have won that battle. That thing was big and scary, and Marcel just decapitated it. It worked.
A lot of things I want to say, but how come you didn't dry your weapon?
All the
Look
food
what
is
happened to
dry
all the
leaves.
food we made.
So how did you tell us apart?
First, Chilchuk sat on a wooden box. Boxes are the perfect hiding spot for mimics and tentacles. For someone who respects the balance of an ecosystem,
would have repaired
that
it.
seemed a bit careless. Lastly, when Marcel dumped the boiling water. After how you were attacked by that Undine, doing something like that seemed reckless.
There was definitely other reasons I had, but I had the same three people.
In this case, it's not easy to see through an illusion spell.
It should have been obvious. I mean, we've never eaten those kinds of eggs before. Could it have been that barley dish?
Pretty sure there were tea leaves in the bag of provisions we got.
The rice.
Why do I think it's has to be?
Empty.
Marcel!
It's her, right?
Drop your weapon and freeze.
It has to be. I figured it was her. All right, everybody, that is it for episode 18, Shapeshifter. That is it. There's no slash. Most episodes have a slash something or other, but it is Shapeshifter, and the entire episode was focused around sort of a guessing game of our people. I love that in the beginning, we had the most ridiculous Laioses ever, and we immediately deduced that our Laios was Laios, because the way they described it was everyone has a certain interpretation in their mind of the other person, and everyone's interpretation of Laios was so skewed that we were easily able to figure out which Laios was ours. One was a massive giant, one was super dumb, and the other one, I guess, was the closest of the three, but still easy to figure out. I thought, even when we rounded it down to 2 people each, not counting Laios, Senshi right off the bat looked so different that it wasn't even close. The Marcel and the Chilchuk just had different facial expressions, and their hair, like in the case of Marcel, the hair was a little different. It also had one with a red thing and one with a white thing. Like there were neckerchiefs, I call them, or scarves, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Senshi had like a headband, but I was thinking, are all the ones with red the real ones and the ones with white not? But one of the ones with white was the real one. I think it was Marcel had white, and there was a red scarfed Marcel that was actually the shape-shifting fake. But I figured that was the one. Like, I didn't say anything during the episode because I didn't see it till later. The 3 that Laios picked were the 3 that I went with, even though one of the Marcels didn't have a red thing. I was thinking maybe that was the telltale sign in case you didn't want to figure it out through the process of elimination. But I felt like it was really easy right off the bat. One of the Chilchuks had like cherub-like eyes, and Chilchuk is always sulking and always too proud to ask for help. As soon as the other one asked to open the jar, I'm like, that's not our Chilchuk. He was also the one sitting on the crate, which Chilchuk would never do because he's afraid of mimics or wouldn't even take the chance. And Marcel was screaming every time. Like, our Marcel is always high anxiety, like, why don't you believe me? Screaming everything she speaks. And the other one was very, like, sulky, like Chilchuk would be. Almost like that was the version of Marcel from Chilchuk, because Chilchuk just has that attitude about people, maybe, but she was acting like Chilchuk would act. And Marcel never acts like that. So even though there is like a lot of other reasons to figure it out, I feel like you could figure it out pretty quickly what was going on. And I was thinking, like, why don't we just eat the food? We'll be able to know. But everything was an illusion, apparently. Then all of a sudden, Laios goes into dog mode and is like, we got to pull out the shapeshifter because the shapeshifter is controlling all of this. And all of a sudden, there's this giant wolf in front of us. Laios attacks it head on with no weapon. The wolf would have bit Laios' head off. Now, I mean, we know that even if we die, we could be resurrected and healed. So I guess it wouldn't have been that big of a problem. But Marcel steps in, blasts the shapeshifter, decapitates it, and we all feast. Why was Laios playing with the tail at the end? Did he get like a giant fluffy tail as a consolation prize? They didn't really show it beyond that. Then we find out the bag of rice is missing. And I immediately thought it had to be Asabi because we don't know where she went. She disappeared in the last episode. Shuro and company were like, I'm sure she'll be fine. And we also know that she is able to change her appearance when she was like the spider cow. And now she's got like crazy looking claws. And she's holding Marcel down. And she's like, we need to talk. Now, I don't know why she feels the need to do that. Maybe she's possessed or something. Or maybe that's not Asabi. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's her. But every time I've been sure in the past with like, when the Mad Mage, I thought the Mad Mage was Fallon at one point, and Marcel had like a doppelganger at another part, not counting this episode. I guess she's just covering her bases, making sure that we're not against her, because she probably doesn't know where Shuro and her people went. But I'm wondering why she dipped, and I feel like if she dipped on her own and she's all by herself, she would have seen everyone run away. Or not run away, but leave the party in the last episode. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. I already saw there's another episode next week. I still don't know how many episodes of this season there are. But we're going into episode 19 next week. There's probably, I feel like I saw somewhere in the 20s, like 22 episodes. But I don't know, because I also thought there were 16 episodes and we've just been running ever since then. So you guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full as far ahead as humanly possible. We're done with Shogun and Chucky Season 3 now. X-Men 97 is done in 2 weeks. If you want your own show request or movie request, there is a link in Patreon where you could do so. There's a tier level where you can ask for such things. That's how we do Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Jackie Chan movies every month, My Hero Academia, Bleach, and Toriko. Thousands of other movies and shows in the link. Full unedited everything, if not comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!